My name is Robert Albritton, professor of political science, and currently the religion, technically I'm Buddhist, but since Buddhism is not a religion, it's hard for me to answer that question.
And as a Buddhist and an American, which America is consumed with the Christmas holiday, where do you find yourself right now in December?
Well, actually, I'll be in Thailand, where there are plenty of Buddhist holidays going on.
Like what?
Well, like New Year's, for example. That's a big holiday that is celebrated religiously in the temples as well as in other respects. One of the problems is that the Thais decorate Thailand, and they decorate Bangkok particularly, in Christmas lights. And some of the most beautiful displays of Christmas lights are in Bangkok. Technically, they are to celebrate the birthday of the king, which is December the 5th. But they leave them up for the entire month and through the new year. So they're always there, and it's a just very beautiful light display. But it has very little to do with religion. But in all the stores, you will hear Christmas carols. They play Christmas carols, even those with religious connotations, everywhere. Now, Christianity is actually significant in Thailand. Many of the denominations sponsor schools, and those schools are considerably better than the education that's ordinarily available to Thai children. Catholic schools and Protestant schools. But it's hard to talk about Buddhism in the context of Thailand, because Buddhism is a very individualistic religion. And so, unlike churches and unlike mosques even, there's very little congregational activity. So Buddhism is primarily an individualistic form of self-actualization, I guess would be the word for it. And much of what goes on in the name of Buddhism in Thailand is not true Buddhism. Buddhism is really seeking a path to enlightenment. That's the language. And unfortunately, in Thailand, Buddhism has become so syncretized with animism and superstition and so forth, and particularly Hinduism, for various reasons, that it does not really resemble the true Buddhism. Where you find true Buddhism is when you find certain people who are in the monasteries, who are devout and deeply dedicated, and to be with them is a religious experience. But religion, as we ordinarily use the term in this country, is not what Buddhism is all about. So as far as the Christmas is concerned, I'm too much a cultural American to completely divorce myself from that. And so for me, Christmas is essentially cultural rather than religious. And I think the manifestations of Christmas that we have are definitely cultural rather than religious.
So, are you going to celebrate the king's birthday, though?
Not me. I'm also anti-monarchist, and so although I think the king is a wonderful man, and I love the king, the monarchy is a corrupt institution, and so it would be very difficult for me to do much on the king's birthday.
Okay.